Good morning, Longhorns. My name is Miss Briscoe, and I am the seventh grade assistant principal here at Dr. John Long Middle School. Mrs. Wolf, Mrs. Collin, Mrs. Brooks, and I would like to formally welcome you to the 2021-2022 school year.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Brooks, and I'm the 8th grade assistant principal at John Long Middle School. Welcome.
Good morning, Longhorns. My name is Mrs. Collin, and I am the 6th grade assistant principal. I want to welcome all the new students back to John Long Middle School, and so glad that you're going to be part of the herd. And I hope everyone that this past year that's been here before had a great summer.
Today's virtual assembly is to go over some rules and procedures that will help you be successful this year. Respect. You all understand what it means. Everyone wants to be respected. It's the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. We expect you to all be respectful in class, in the cafeteria, around campus, or on the bus. We have 4 administrators on our campus. Mrs. Wolf is our principal. Mrs. Collins is a 6th grade assistant principal who will have the Wranglers, Mustangs, Silver Stars, 6th grade Dreamcatchers, and the Lucky Horseshoes. I am the 7th grade assistant principal, and my teams are the Pioneers, the Broncos, the Trailblazers, and the 7th grade Dreamcatchers. Mrs. Brooks is the 8th grade assistant principal, and she has the Marsh Tackies, Mavericks, Wildfire, and 8th grade Dreamcatchers. We have 3 school counselors this year. Ms. Quigley is 8th grade, Mr. Shaw is 7th grade, and Mrs. Armstrong is 6th
Quigley.
grade.
I'm going to be the 8th grade school counselor for you guys this year, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
Hi, I'm Mr. Shaw, the 7th grade counselor. Glad you guys are back for this school year.
Good morning. I'm Mrs. Armstrong. I'm the 6th grade counselor, and welcome to John Long Middle.
Each of these counselors will be coming into your classrooms throughout the year to provide guidance lessons. They are also here to help you with guidance services, including educational planning, home, school, and personal problems or issues. If you would like an appointment to see one of the counselors, please fill out the guidance request form located on the JLMS website. You can do this from your device. If you do not have a device, you can visit the Media Center before school or during lunch. You can ask your teacher to help you fill it out, or you can come to the back office and Mrs. Small can help you fill it out. If there is an emergency situation that you need immediate help with, please let an adult know and we will get you the help you need. Bus riding. Many of you are bus riders, and there are a few rules that I need to remind you about riding the bus. First of all, riding the bus is a privilege. It is not a right. You must follow the bus rules and procedures at all times, including do what the driver instructs you to do. The bus driver is the adult on the bus, and we expect you to do what you are supposed to do. You can only get on and off the bus at your assigned stop. You can only ride the bus that you are assigned to. You cannot ride your friend's bus because you have social plans or are working on a school project. The only time you can ride another bus is in an extreme emergency, like if someone is in the hospital and no one is going to be home for you when you get out of school. Your parent must contact the office by email or phone before school to get you a bus pass for the emergency. You must sit in the seat you are assigned to. If someone is sitting in your seat, you can politely let them know that it is your seat. If they do not move, please do not get in a confrontation with that person. Just let the bus driver know that there's someone in your seat. Let the adult handle it. You can talk quietly on the bus to the person to the left or to the right of you. You cannot turn around and talk to the people behind you. You must sit facing the front. You need to keep your hands and feet and everything else to yourself. You can listen to your own device with headphones, but no speakers are allowed on the bus. If you violate any of the bus rules, the driver may issue a bus referral. The first referral is a warning. The second referral is 3 days bus suspension. The third referral is 5 days off the bus. The fourth referral, and it shouldn't come to this whatsoever. After all, you are Longhorns. The fourth referral is 10 days off the bus. The fifth referral is 10 days off the bus and recommendation for expulsion from the bus. Each time you are suspended from the bus, your parents have to drive you to and from school. I'm pretty sure they don't want to do it because it's very inconvenient to them. At dismissal, make sure you walk by the whiteboard outside the gym to find the location of your bus. Find your bus quickly and get on. There is no walking up and down the bus loop to hang out with friends. This year, if you are absent, you need to have your parents complete an absent note form on the JLMS website. When you are absent, it is your responsibility to ask for makeup work. Assignments will be posted on My Learning, and everything that is graded is on My Student. You should be looking at My Learning and My Student on a daily basis to ensure that your teachers are giving you credit for all of the work you submit. Each of you has been issued a planner. This is a great tool that most adults use to keep track of all the things we need to do each day. You need to use your planner to write down all of your due dates, homework, tests, quizzes, and projects. Just a reminder, you must get permission from the teacher to leave class. We are continuing with our traffic patterns for how you are to walk to different parts of campus. This is to help keep you as safe as possible and keep people moving in the same direction to avoid creating large groups of students from converging on each other during passing. Please start to memorize the path that you need to take to go to each class. It is your responsibility to follow the direction that the arrows are pointing. I want to clarify again the directional arrows of the breezeways and sidewalks as there have been changes from what was previously communicated to staff and to students. The directional patterns for the lengths of the buildings have not changed. For example, on the courtyard side of Building 3, students must walk in one direction toward the wall at the end of the building. On the back side of Building 3, students must walk in one direction toward the basketball courts. What has changed from last year is that the breezeways, hallways, and sidewalks that connect the buildings, basically that are perpendicular to the buildings, those pathways can be both directions. This is a change that we felt was necessary to make it so that kids could have a more direct route to get from class to class while still keeping most pathways one direction. The custodial staff will update the arrows very soon so that it's clear for everyone. This is the school-wide discipline plan. Your teachers will warn you if you are not meeting behavior expectations. We expect all of our Longhorns to follow the directions of the adults on campus. Misbehavior will escalate quickly to administrative intervention. We don't need to go there. You are Longhorns and you understand why you are coming to school. It's to get an education and to do what you're supposed to do, period. Lunchtime. So far, things have gone well in lunch. Please make sure you raise your hand if you need to leave your seat. Make sure you clean up after yourself. If you have B or D lunch, you should leave your backpack in the classroom. If you have A, C, or E lunch, please remember not to take your backpack in the lunch line. Courtyard time. We don't have a lot of courtyard time, but please remember to stay socially distanced from other people. No horse playing, no running, and please stay in the courtyard within the yellow painted lines and wait for the whistle before going to the next class or back to class. I realize that my slide is not updated from last year, and I do apologize. It does say on there to keep your mask on outside. Obviously, masks are strongly encouraged, but are optional this year. But those of you whose parents send you to school in a mask, it would be good to have it on. Just wanted to clarify that since that is on my slide. Electronic devices. Essentially, we should not have an issue with cell phones or other devices whatsoever. If your teacher gives you permission to specifically use your device for academic purposes during class, then that is permitted. Otherwise, you should not be on your phone, and your phone should be turned off. Not on vibrate, but turned off. Let me repeat that. Your phone should be turned off, not on vibrate or silent, but turned off. And this is what needs to happen in every single class. Keep in mind, if you are doing something on your phone, you are not authentically engaged. At some point, you will have to take a test on what the teacher is teaching. So it's best to give your undivided attention. If you have a phone violation, you will have to bring your phone down to the back office or turn it in for the remainder of the day. And when I say phone violation, that also includes earphones or earbuds or whatever you call it, this thing in your ear that people walk around with. Once you get in class, they should be out of your ear and out of sight. If the teacher sees you with it on, even if you're saying, oh, it's not even connected, it doesn't matter. If they send you down to the office, you bring all of your electronic device equipment to turn into Miss Small. The second offense is a 5-day phone punishment and contact with your parents. The third offense is a 30-day punishment and contact with your parents. And the fourth offense is phone punishment for the rest of the year. You need to follow our rules or there are consequences. There are plenty of times for you to use your phone. Before school, during passing, during lunch, and after school. One of the things you should always know about JLMS, our teachers are not going to compete with your phones for your attention. You need the education that we are trying to give you. And that's very simple. All of that being said, we encourage you to bring your own device if you have one. BYOD means bring your own device. Those with laptops or tablets that are conducive with some of the programs being used at school are allowed to use them and bring them at school. Just make sure you are responsible for it. The school is not held responsible for lost or stolen items. Disruptions. This is pretty simple. Pay attention to the teacher and what the teacher has planned for you to do. This is why your parents have sent you to the best middle school in Pasco County to get a quality education. If you are doing any of the following in class, you are not doing your part to learn. Do not write notes in class or text. Do not talk during class without permission. Do not have your cell phones going off. Do not throw anything. Do not take or touch other people's stuff. And there is never any reason to put your hands on anyone else. If you are having conflict and you know that you are losing control and about to fight, please get help from the closest adult. We can intervene. Clothing must cover the body from one armpit across to the other armpit and down to approximately mid-thigh. And now I'm moved on to dress code. Tops must have straps at least 1 inch across. Undergarments must not be viewable. Tops must be long enough to clearly overlap the belt line or stay tucked in during the course of normal movement throughout the school day. I have seen a plethora, and plethora means a whole lot, of crop tops and shirts that expose the midriff. Now that we are meeting and I'm explaining the dress code and the rules, if you have on shirts that are in violation, you'll be sent to the office. The best solution is to wear a tank top under a crop top where the tank top can be tucked into your pants. And again, one of the biggest places where this comes into play is when you're sitting down, because half the time when you're wearing a crop top, it doesn't tuck into your pants and therefore it exposes your back when you are sitting. Jeans or pants with rips or holes that expose undergarments or areas of the body that would be covered by undergarments must not be worn. Leggings, yoga pants, spandex, tights, or similar clothing may be worn with a shirt covering it that goes to the middle of your thigh. Boys, keep your pants pulled up. You may not wear jerseys without a shirt underneath or shirts without sleeves. Shirts that have double meanings or offensive jokes or mottos are not permitted. Hats and hoodies can only be worn when it is 40 degrees or below outside in the winter, which is hardly ever. So at no point should you have a hood or a hat on your head unless it's cold. Again, we need to have you follow the directional arrows that are posted around campus. If you're confused, ask your teacher. We are all learning, but we will all get there. This year is starting out to be a great year. We are still Dr. John Long Middle School, and you should all be proud to demonstrate what it means to be a Longhorn. Our mantra is helping each other reach a common destination. We are in this together, and we will do everything to make this the best year we can. Thank you very much for your attention.